Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So SMU's offense is on the field for the first time today. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
Looking to throw it, Slater. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, but incomplete pass.
4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Offensive linemen are offensive linemen for a reason. They're not as fast as those guys on the edge, and you can see that defensive end came screaming off the edge, got to the quarterback before that O-lineman could do anything about it. Nice job of that defensive end. Scoop them sacks, baby.
They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. And the Mustangs will call on their punt team. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
The quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. Running back and a linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Grabbed over the middle. It's Welch. They get him down after he makes the catch. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to get the first through the air. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's got it, and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
They'll keep it on the ground. On the move at the 30. Oh, my, circle, Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the 1st down.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He'll pull it on the read.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Dropping back, it's Slater. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. The Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here come the Irish back on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. This will make Irish eyes smile because they're shaking down thunder from the sky with this running game.
Just pound, pound, pound. What are you going to do? Are you going to meet the physical challenge of the Irish because they're ready to rumble?
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. They move the tight end all over. Right back to the well. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll try the run. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Feeling some heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Looking for room at the 25. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Mustangs are in the hurry-up.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Looking for a man. It's Slater. Avoids pressure. Got him downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Move the change with that completion now on first down.
First down for the offense.
The give to the tailback. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Power football with the run. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the SMU Mustangs offense takes the field for the first time today. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
He's going to run it. Short gain on the play before he slides. The Mustangs want to crank the tempo. The run from the shotgun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Ball's at the 27. His offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Slater. Fires to the wideout. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Mustangs will line up to punt it away. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Irish offense comes out. First chance we've had to see them today. And David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a backer like this.
But they're going to do what they do, and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't been able to slow this running.
Oh, look out! The 30. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear.
And that pass is intercepted. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. A first down for the offense. He wants to throw. They're setting up the screen. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
14, SMU, 0.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a man. It's Slater. Unloads to the right. Fires into traffic. Picked off.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The offense lining up for a first down play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. What a snag by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. On target over the middle. And the big game, they've got it on the 46. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. He's gonna pass. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Takes it the other way. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board.
21, SMU, 0.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The SMU offense is headed back onto the... After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. And the Mustangs will hustle to the line. Right back to it. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally...
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, that's a great job getting the sack on the blitz there, and one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to pride themselves on defensively is hard-nosed, tough football, especially in the front 7, and linebackers that can play downhill, and not just make plays in the running game, but get in the backfield and blitz the quarterback, and you saw all of that from him right there.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Mustangs send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Going to the running game. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Well, that's a really good-looking physical run. I'll tell you, when you think of Notre Dame football, too, you think of all the great coaches they've had, Ara Parseghian, Newt Rockne, Lou Holtz. Those guys...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. And they're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
They'll leave it with him. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. Oh, he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. It's still up by 21. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, SMU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's ache.
Looking deep. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Reeled it in and just made the house call. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score Notre Dame 28, SMU 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And the Mustangs want to pick up the tempo.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Dropping back, it's Slater. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And it's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Lining up to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Barrels ahead. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. On the ground. Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Notre Dame 35, SMU 7.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Now on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Now improvising. Going to try to get it himself.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Looking down the middle, and they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. The Mustangs will send out the punt unit. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here come the Irish, back on offense. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
Why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football, Dave.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Now 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Off the play fake. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Give to the running back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away.
Number 12.
I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Operating in the red zone here on second down. To throw, it's Slater. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Now sliding to his left. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Let's it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They'll be able to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. Trying to get the corner on the jet sweep. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. The play action fake. They're bringing heat. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Mustangs will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Going to the run to start this second half. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the pummeling has started. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with some flair, a 73-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, you do not see a lot of big men with the ability to run like that defensive end did right there. The offense trying to trick him, trying to get the quarterback to the perimeter of the field, but just big man chasing down little man and getting to him quickly. That was impressive.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. The Mustangs will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He's got great speed, working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a 1st down. Trying to beat the D deep. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. Leaves it with the running back. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's the handoff. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
Trying to get to him. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Pushes ahead. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the beatdown has ensued. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs, and now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage, and you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently. Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field, gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat.
Touchdown, SMU! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do, build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go to the ground. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw on 3rd. Going over the top. And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Irish! And the stomping has commenced. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Notre Dame 56, SMU.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Slater. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Got some room to run. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Offense set on 1st down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the hit on the quarterback is why that was incomplete, but that QB is lucky that was not picked off. That is the cardinal sin, throwing back across your body. This quarterback needs to be more careful moving forward.
Got it in the middle, it's Burks. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
21.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field goal.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last. Gets away from one. He's got space. And he breaks into the open. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. A first down run in the red zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Flushed out of the pocket. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
SMU, 28.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll go to the ground. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. First down here for the offense. On the run, it's Burks. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Handoff from the gun. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To the ground with the back. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field, looking for a productive play on first down. Back to throw, it's Slater. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The give to the left. Keeps the legs moving. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It's a draw. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to the back. Got room at the 35. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. The give from the gun. Got enough space. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working, and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well, because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough, so it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. To the air. It's Slater. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? He's looking to throw it. Gets rid of it. And he throws another interception. Trying to take it back. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6.
Notre Dame, 73. SMU.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
And the Mustangs line up to punt it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurdle.